Are you ready for deceased granny number 1 and deceased granny number 2, but they're not really deceased? So what could this story be leading to? If I said deceased granny number 1 and deceased granny number 2, but they're not really dead, what comes to mind?
Like an insurance scam or something?
Fake their death.
You know what? All good guesses, but not what I'm looking for. Here we go.
Okay.
An Iowa care facility is facing $10,000 in fines. Why? They pronounced a 66-year-old resident dead, which is not that old.
No.
They transported her to a funeral home where she woke up in a bag gasping for air.
God, it's like a horror movie.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
She pulled an Anne Heche. Popped up.
A new report from the Iowa Department of Inspections and Appeals, which came out last week on Feb 1, first reported by CBS affiliate KCCI, details a series of events that led to the woman being mistakenly pronounced dead. The unidentified resident, who had been at the Glen Oaks Alzheimer's Special Care Center since December of 2001, was moved into hospice care at the facility because of a senile degeneration. While in hospice, comfort measures were taken. Several members recorded occurrences of diminished lung sounds, minor seizures. On January 3rd, the woman was pronounced dead at 6 a.m. after an employee identified as Staff C said that she did not feel a pulse, was not breathing. So they put the body in a bag, transported it to a funeral home. A funeral director arrived shortly after 7:30 a.m. with the assistance of another nurse, and the resident was placed in the body bag, zipped shut. The funeral director left the facility after picking up the body, and the funeral home director started noticing the chest moving as she gasped for air inside the bag.
What?
Oh, my God, that's horrific.
Oh, my God.
And that's only a $10,000 fine? It seems like it should be a little more.
All right,
So please unzip the bag.
So that's dead granny number 1 that wasn't really dead. Are you ready for the second one?
I mean, does it get crazier than that?
Woman
A BOGO.
Yeah, here we go. What is it, a BOGO?
Yeah.
It's a buy one, get one.
Buy one granny, get one granny.
It's a BOGO deal. Woman 82 found breathing at Long Island Funeral Home hours after being pronounced dead.
What's the matter with these funeral homes?
I don't know. This is Port Jefferson, New York. This is out on Long Island. This is a pretty civilized joint. 82-year-old woman was found breathing at the funeral home after being pronounced dead. The woman, who was not being publicly named, was pronounced dead at the Water's Edge Rehab and Nursing Center. The same deal. It was a nursing home. The woman was discovered breathing at 2:09 p.m., and then she was taken to the hospital. She was delivered. They pronounced her dead like 11:15 a.m. on Saturday. They took her to the O.B. Davis Funeral Home at about 1:30 p.m. At 2:09 p.m., they discovered she's breathing.
Oh, man.
What the hell? 2 stories in like just a couple of days?
Are people getting trigger happy on pronouncement of death?
Yeah, that's a good point. Trigger happy on pronouncing.
Well, when they're in the bag, you would seem it's safe.
You know, what time you want to call it? You going to call it? Let's call it. Let's call it. All right, 9:43 a.m. Going to call. Oh,
yeah.
Up, they're breathing. Up, uncalling it.
Cancel.
Cancel,
You know
cancel,
what?
cancel.
I was wrong.
Delete.
That's crazy.